evening, everyone. Happy 2016. Welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's going on in and around your public library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh, and I want to start out just reminding everybody of a great fundraiser that we have coming up on Saturday, January 30th. It is our annual Night of Comedy. It will take place at the community center. The doors open at 6:30. Dinner by Pasta 2 will be served at 7, and then we have a great lineup of comedians for you. We actually have 5 comedians this year. We have our own Miss Ing. We have Sharon Daly, Chris Kemp, Frank Perlman, and Linda Duty. So I just wanted to make sure you know this is all PG-13 content. We had a few complaints last year about some of the content. So we hope that you come out. We'll have 50-50 raffle and basket raffles, and it's going to be a great time.
It's a great deal. Tickets are $25.
Tickets are $25. They're available at the library or at EV True Value Hardware, or you can get them online through the library's website if you want to pay with debit or credit card. So Saturday, January 30th is our Night of Comedy benefiting the library and the Recreation Department. So get your tickets. What's going on in the Adult Services Department? Well, February, I was thinking there wouldn't be a whole lot going on, but when I looked at our calendar, we in fact have a lot going on. First off is the Adult Winter Reading Club during the month of February. You can sign up and then submit a raffle entry for each book that you read or listen to. We have a weekly drawing for a $25 gift card. And then our grand prize drawing will be at the end of, I think it's probably the first Saturday in March. Rob will do that. The grand prize drawing. Our grand prize this year is a Keurig Mini or Solo. I'm not sure what it's called. So it's a Keurig Solo with a K-Cup variety pack. There's 30 K-Cups in there of different flavors. So come on in, sign up, and enjoy your reading because it's cold. I know I don't go out. I've been doing a lot of reading. Yeah. And
That's a great prize, though, because if I'm not mistaken, even if you're not a coffee drinker, I know it does hot chocolate.
It does hot chocolate.
Tea next year? Does it?
Yeah, it does tea. There are tea K-Cups. And there's so many different flavors of coffee, too, that I'm not a coffee drinker, but I'll do like the hazelnut.
I do like hazelnut. Yeah, me too.
With hazelnut creamer.
Yes.
Yeah. It is February, so we will be starting Taxing Tuesdays on Tuesday, February 2nd. This will run weekly on Tuesdays through April. I think it's April 5th or it's April 12th. I'm not sure. This is from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. It's first come, first serve. And you need to bring last year's tax return, any pertinent papers for this year's tax return, and photo ID. People do get here early. I come in at 7, and sometimes there's people here waiting. We do have, Carla just told me that we have a 3rd tax preparer this year, so that will help.
Helpful.
We have 3 tax preparers because we usually do about 10 people a week, but we should be able to do probably 15 a week, so that will help alleviate some of the wait. On Tuesday, February 2nd at 7 p.m., we have a program on diabetes prevention and reversal. Metabolic expert Dr. Kevin Smith will be here to discuss the causes and cures of diabetes and blood sugar imbalance problems. Thursday, February 4th at 7 p.m., this is a great program. This is Ancestry Library. This will be Ed teaching this. We can learn how to conduct searches, evaluate resources, map your family history all across the world, all using Ancestry Library, which is a free database available to patrons only from inside the library. You can't access it at home. It is the same as Ancestry.com. We just have a different version that libraries... You can't access everything that you can with a personal subscription to Ancestry, but it'll get you started. So if you're interested and you're not sure, you can come in on Thursday, February 4th at 7, and Ed will show you how. Friday, February 12th at 2 p.m., we have a program called Flexibility Exercises to Make You Limber. This is presented by Shannon Cohen, Dr. Shannon Cohen. She's a doctorate in physical therapy. She'll outline why flexibility is such an important part of everyday life, what muscles tend to get stiffer as we age, and the reasoning behind it. It is a free class, and she will you're encouraged to get up and do some of the exercises that she is doing. On Saturday, February 13th at 11, Reiki Master Ruth Krause will share with you the healing benefits of essential oils. She'll share insight on how they can be used for physical ailments, also for stress reduction and for injury. You know, people lived without antibiotics and all of our pharmaceuticals for a long time. Not that it's much easier for us, but I think that there certainly is validity in natural medicine.
Yeah, for sure.
Thursday, February 18th at 6 p.m., we're having a great free exercise program presented by Bar 3 in South Point. It's a new facility, so they're coming around to give demonstrations and free classes. So it's a 45-minute exercise class that combines yoga, Pilates, and the bar ballet work. So they ask that you bring an exercise mat and water. And when you register, you can go to the Bar 3 South Point page, and anybody that comes to this program is registered for a gift certificate for Bar 3. So
nice.
Thursday, February 18th at 7 p.m., that is right after this exercise class, is Coloring for Grown-Ups. So you can go relax while doing your yoga and Pilates, and then come over into the fireplace room and color with us for an hour. Coloring for grown-ups, studies have shown that it's a great way to relax, unwind, and reduce stress. So we provide the coloring pages, the coloring pencils, the markers, and a nice relaxing atmosphere. We had a good time last month. So that'll be Thursday, February 18th at 7. And then on Saturday, February 20th at 11 a.m., we have a senior resource panel coming in. So there'll be representatives from Preferred Care at Home, Family Hospice and Palliative Care, Health South, Zachariah and Brown Elder Law, and Arrowwood at Southwestern that will speak on topics pertaining to seniors, such as health care, long-term care, power of attorney, etc. So if you're either a caretaker or a senior and you're interested, you can come in Saturday, February 20th and hear from that panel. Tuesday, February 23rd at 7 p.m. This is always a standing room only program. This is landscape design with the Landscape Center by Ivanovich, where you can learn to enhance your home or business by designing and shaping shrubbery beds, use heights and shapes to elongate your home, and coordinate textures, colors, and flower patterns. So we do ask that you register, and that always is a sellout. Wednesday, February 24th at 7 p.m., Realtor Cindy Rack will be on hand for a program on preparing your home for sale on a budget. So she'll teach you how to, certain things that you can do that take little time, effort, or money that will help you stage your home for sale. And she'll also give you a checklist for easy planning. On Monday, February 29th, Ed will be doing his memory lab, first of many memory labs. We got a bunch of equipment. Ed, one of our reference librarians, was part of the, was that iLead? iLead program that is statewide, and we got a bunch of AV equipment for people to use. So if you can use our recording equipment to capture oral interviews of family and friends, record family histories and stories using our video and lighting equipment. You can receive assistance in organizing your family's stories, legends, and history, or setting up a family digital history project. You can get help with scanning pictures, digitizing documents, including diaries, which I love reading old letters and diaries. Create written transcripts for your video and audio files, as well as for your handwritten diaries and other papers. You can use, we have an, we, meaning the state, now has an online database where you can safely store and share your digitized history. So you can call and sign up for an appointment. Ed will be available all day. The equipment will be set up all day. This is the first of many. So it's on February 29th. I'm really interested, and I know some other staff members are interested too. So, and that is what's going on in the Adult Services Department for February.
All right. So over to me, I guess, and I want to put on my clown nose to remind our viewers that it's not too late to sign up for our winter reading club. So we run this just for the month of January only, and it's for anybody, toddlers all the way up to 4th graders can participate. And we're going to give you a raffle ticket for every book or chapter that you read. And then at the end of the month, actually that first, probably February 1st is when we'll draw the winner. So you have a chance to win some really great prizes, and I brought one of them down here just to show today. This is our arts and crafts basket that's probably going to be most appealing to younger children. But we have other baskets up there as well, including a Lego basket, Minecraft basket, which is still hugely popular, and a couple other goodies as well. So make sure you sign up for that if you have not already done so. And we do have something for our tweens and teens as well. We are running 2 different contests, one for the rest of this month in January, and then another one for the month of February. So this month it's called Spot the Stripes, right? And we just had a surplus of candy canes, right, from the holidays. All these candy canes left over, so we said, why not hide them? And then we decided we'll actually just hide the paper candy canes and give you a actual real candy cane for participating. So here's how it works. You come in to the children's department, we're going to give you a slip of paper, and we're going to ask you to go on a candy cane hunt. We have hidden 10 paper candy canes throughout the library, and once you turn that paper in, having found all 10, you'll receive your candy cane, plus the chance to win a $25 gift card to Amazon.com, which is a nice gift,
yes,
I think. Nice little incentive. I do want to warn our viewers that Miss Jackie is our hider of the canes, and she has not made it easy. If you remember, if you participated in our teen summer reading program, we had you finding superhero symbols. And I'll tell you, there was a couple of teens that were like really stumped. But they didn't get frustrated. They had fun doing it, but it just took them like a good 30, 40, 45 minutes.
They're all there.
They are all there.
Just, browse around the library, look high and low and in odd places. Miss Jackie's.
Yes. Have you found them all? You sound like you're
I haven't
speaking
found
from experience.
Them all.
Okay, because I haven't tried to do that yet either, but I know she has hidden them well.
Yes, she has.
And then in February, for our tweens and teens, and again, we consider our tweens and teens anyone in 5th grade and up, blind date with a book. And we've done this on the adult side as well.
This on the adult side.
So how it's going to work is we choose books and we wrap them up, and then you'll come and choose from our selection of wrapped books, not knowing what's inside, what you're going to get. But I promise you it'll be a fantastic book. Probably a lot of our newer books will be wrapped up. So you'll take it to the counter to check out. So you'll find out, in order for us to scan the barcode, we're going to have to unwrap it there. So you'll know what book you got before you leave the library, but there's no
no
trade
changes.
back.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a little review form in there. So after you take it home and read it, we ask you to fill out the form. Let us know what you thought. When you bring that completed form back, again, you'll be entered for a raffle to win a $25 Amazon gift card.
And it's fun to read what people say about the books. When we've done this with the adults, when they bring their sheet back to tell us about what they liked about their date, what they didn't like about their date, and would they recommend their date for somebody else. So it's fun to read.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about some programs that we have coming up this month and next as well. For our younger children, ages 3 to 5, we're encouraging you to come to Show and Tell on Tuesday, January 19th. Do you remember having Show and Tell in preschool and kindergarten?
I loved Show and Tell.
I loved Show and Tell Fridays in kindergarten. So we're doing that here at the library. And this is actually a great way for preschoolers to kind of open up and to develop those narrative skills, which are really important skills to have before they enter kindergarten. It's narrative skills, and you're also building their self-confidence.
Yes, and I never thought of that during Show and Tell. I just was so excited to show whatever my cool thing was.
But there's really some meaning behind it.
Yeah.
So we encourage them to bring in maybe a new toy that they got for Christmas or just an old favorite, and they bring it to the library to tell others about it. So that's a program that Miss Jackie's going to run. And again, it's Tuesday, January 19th at 11 a.m. We're also going to start a preschool Spanish group back up, so Me Gusta Fridays. I love Fridays. It'll be Fridays, February 5th through 26th at 11 a.m. and we're going to share stories and learn some songs and maybe a little bit about their culture as well. So we're calling them Friday Fiestas. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is another great program that we're offering for preschoolers. It's on Monday, February 15th. I'm sorry, it was scheduled for the 15th, but we are actually closed that day for staff development. So we moved Planes, Trains, and Automobiles to Monday, February 22nd at 10 a.m. And Dawn's going to read Moving Stories. Get it? Moving vehicles. Moving stories, finger plays, and songs about various forms of transportation. We're going to save time to vroom and zoom with our vehicles at the end. We have lots of cars, and we just got brand new cars here at the library, but you're also encouraged to bring your favorite cars from home. And so there'll be like a little free play time after that story time. Okay? So for our kindergarten through fourth graders, we have some fun stuff coming up. Actually, did you know that Puzzle Day is on Friday, January 29th?
I did not, but I
I
love
wanted
puzzles
to
of all
celebrate.
kinds.
I wanted to celebrate this day. Now it's Friday, so it's hard because we close at 5.
Yes.
But we're encouraging kids to come over right after school, and from 4 to 5, that last hour that we're open, we're going to work on a large jigsaw puzzle together to see if we can finish it in an hour.
Oh my!
And then we're also going to have packets for you to take home and work on over the weekend. Puzzles like brain teasers, crossword puzzles, word searches, that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You can work on it over the weekend, and if you bring that back on Monday or any day the following week, you'll get a little prize. We'll have something to give you for that. So, yeah, I like puzzles too.
I love puzzles of all kinds.
Crosswords are my favorite.
I like crosswords,
Riddles are fun.
word searches, logic puzzles. I love logic puzzles.
Yes. I do not enjoy Sudoku. Never got into that.
I can do the very easy ones.
Yeah, it's not enjoyable for me at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, riddles can be fun. Can I give you a riddle?
Yes, of course.
In honor of our upcoming puzzle day on the 29th. When I am young, I'm tall. When I'm old, I'm short. When I'm alive, I grow. Because of your breath, I die. I know it's a tricky one.
What?
I'm going to read it one more time for our viewers.
Okay.
When I'm young, I'm tall. When I'm old, I'm short. When I'm alive, I grow. And because of your breath, I die. So think of something that you blow on. How could your breath kill something? Sort of.
Well, it depends on what time of day it
That's
is.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something that I blow on.
This is a really tricky one.
That
I
is
wonder if anybody at home
alive.
knows.
Well, the first
tell-
two clues, I was thinking a pencil.
You're close. I mean, it's an inanimate object, I'll tell you that.
Okay.
I'll just tell you.
Okay, just tell me. I've
A
never.
candle. When I'm young, I'm tall. When I'm old, I'm short. When I'm alive, I grow. Doesn't really, that was kind of,
Flame.
I guess. Because of your breath, I die. When you blow out a candle, poof, it's gone, right? And you typically don't use that candle.
Didn't
again.
get that
Well,
one. Sorry.
So anyway, Puzzle Day, Friday, January 29th at 4 p.m. We're also offering a Could You Survive series.
No, I could not. Let me just say right now, no,
I don't think I
could
could
not.
either. February 2nd through 23rd, those are all Tuesdays at 7 p.m. We're going to introduce you to a new dangerous sort of adventure each week and, pose to you the question, could you survive in that instance? What if you had to survive by only parachuting? Right? You're stuck in a plane. The only way to get out is to use
I would do
I
it.
guess you have to do it because the alternative, right,
Yeah.
is death. But bungee jumping, because I don't think I could ever bungee jump.
I think I could do it once.
I don't know. So the Could You Survive series should prove to be very interesting. If you want to register for that, we are asking for registration, and you can begin doing so now. We're actually taking registration now for that. A couple art classes coming up. Art Connections is going to connect storybooks with art. So you'll read a story and then work on a piece of art that goes along with that book. That's Thursdays in February, the 4th through the 25th, and that's going to be at 6 p.m. A lot of our evening programs generally start at 7. This is a 6 o'clock. And it's because it's for younger kids, too. We're offering this for kindergarten, first, and second graders out there who are interested in art. Speaking of art, we're having an art gallery fundraiser this spring. And it's not until the end of April, but I want to just encourage our patrons to learn about it now because we're encouraging you to submit pieces of art. So any art class that we have here at the library, we're going to save some of the pieces for our show. But we also want you guys at home to know that if you create anything at home in your free time, or maybe a project that you did at school, you could submit that to our art show as well. And it's going to be like an art gala. We're encouraging families to come up, come in dressed up for a night of fun. We're going to have hors d'oeuvres and some sparkling cider.
Yes.
And it's going to be a really neat thing. It's the first time we've done it, and we're really excited to give it a go. But we need the art. So staff is going to be making some art.
We
Right?
love,
Christine already has some
we
ideas.
love doing this, like with our
do.
pumpkins and, so staff.
It's a creative outlet for
I
us.
will be, yes, it is a creative outlet. And I
So-
will be submitting, I don't know. I have an idea. We'll see.
She has some ideas. So, and our work will then be auctioned off. Kids will have the choice if they want to sell their art or take it home. So they can do either. If they're not ready to, part with it forever, they don't have to, but we still would love it for our show. So more information about that is available upstairs in the children's department. This is a piece of art coming up in March that kids will have a chance to make with Miss Jackie's art class. But isn't that cool?
I love
That's
mosaic.
called mosaic art.
Yeah,
I was just fascinated just watching her the other day work on it. It's really, really cool.
I have this idea in my head that someday I'm going to do mosaic, like stained glass stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be fun.
It's on my list.
On your list of things to do, your bucket list.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about one more program that's coming up for teens in February, Friday, February 26th at 7 p.m. after the library is closed. We're going to have a wad war.
What?
Yeah, wad war. So we're going to take up wads of paper and we're going to throw them at each other. We're going to pit the red versus the blue. So we'll have red wads of paper and blue wads of paper. And it's kind of sort of going to be like dodgeball.
But with paper,
Okay,
so you don't get hurt.
Right. So join us after hours to pit red versus blue. We'll be going to war using wadded balls of paper. So one more program that I want to mention, it's near and dear to my heart, and that's our annual Children's Choice Awards.
Yes.
Right, we're going to do it again, and we're hoping for an even better turnout this year. We're opening it to grades 4, 5, and 6. So if you're in those grades and you like reading, and even if you don't like reading, I encourage you to give this program a try. Essentially, librarians from all over the county select what they feel are the best books published in the previous year, so in 2015. And I was part of that committee. And it's really hard to do because there's a lot of great books.
There's a lot of great books.
But we start with a list about 50, and then we narrow it down to 25, and then we go to 15, and eventually we come up with a list of 8 books. But from there, we ask kids to choose the best book. They get to pick the winner. So if you're in 4th, 5th, or 6th grade, we're asking you to read these 8 books, or at least 4 of them, vote for your favorite one, and then come celebrate. Now, just because I want to increase participation in this event, we usually give people till May. We celebrate in May. I'm going to give them all summer to read these books
Really?
too, and we're not going to celebrate until August. So you literally have February, March, April, May, June, July, part of August. 6.5 months to read 8 books. And I think that's a really reasonable goal.
Absolutely.
And these are fantastic books that are selected every year. So you can use it. They're all AR. So if you do read one during the school year, it's going to count for AR points. If you read one this summer, it's going to count towards summer reading. So it's a no-brainer, in my opinion. More details are available upstairs. You want to sign up, get on the list, and start reading. We're going to leave you today, actually, with 2 of the book trailers to kind of entice you. You don't have to read them in any particular order. Like I said, there's 8 in all, and they're all fantastic. But we chose 2 to give you a sneak peek of here on today's show.
Hi, my name is Jackson. This fall, I'm going into the 5th grade. And when I grow up, I want to be an animal scientist. Here are some fun facts about animals. A cheetah can run 70 miles an hour. A headless cockroach can survive for 2 weeks. And when a horned toad gets mad, it shoots blood from its eyes. I don't know about you, but I think facts are so much better than stories. You can't see a story. You can't hold it in your hand and measure it. Stories are lies when you get right down to it. And I don't like to be lied to. Rule number 1 for scientists is this: there is always a logical explanation for things. Like why these purple jelly beans appeared out of thin air when we hardly ever have enough food in the house. Or why it's hard to make friends when you're hungry all the time. Or where this silly umbrella came from. Or why parents think you don't notice them fighting when the bills come. But most importantly, there must be a logical explanation for why the imaginary friend I invented years ago is now taking a bubble bath in our tub. Crenshaw by Katherine Applegate.
Now that you got a taste for a few children's titles, why don't you take a look at this young adult title that I'm recommending for adults. Hey, it's Christine with another 1-minute book recommendation. Today I want to talk about A Shade of Vampire by Bella Forrest. This book was published in 2012, but it's the first in a series, so I wanted to talk about the first one. It is a paranormal romance, and it is written for teens, for young adults, but it's great for adults also. It's fast-paced, it's action-packed, it's a really, really good read. The author creates this great world called The Shade, and it's where all vampires live, and they keep humans as slaves. So Sophia is the main character. She's 17 years old when the book starts, and on her 18th birthday, she is kidnapped and taken to the Shade to become a slave to the vampires. She's smart, she's feisty, she's very brave. And then she meets Derek Novak, who is the vampire prince. He's a reluctant vampire prince. And I know it sounds really cheesy, but it isn't. It's a great book. The story's very compelling. It's well developed. They're great characters. And she tells the story through alternating viewpoints. So one chapter it's Sophia, and one chapter is Derek, and it goes back and forth, but it doesn't repeat the same scenes. It kind of picks up where the other left off, so whenever Sophia walks into a scene, then oftentimes it will switch to her point of view. I recommend this book to readers of paranormal romance. Anybody that liked Twilight, this isn't as dismal or long, it's much more fast-paced. Or if you like the Sookie Stackhouse novels, it's a good series for you. You'll want to read the next installment, and as of December 2015, the 21st volume has been published. They're not as long as like Twilight books, but they're very quick reads. You'll want to pick up the next one, so I hope you pick up A Shade of Vampire.
Well, we thank you for joining us on today's show. And as always, if you'd like more information on any of the things that we spoke about on today's show, we encourage you to give us a call.
Or visit our website.
Or better yet, stop in and see us in person. See you next month.